Hello, everybody. What's up?
Alyssa Milano is an American actress, producer, and activist, best known for her roles in hit TV shows like Who's the Boss?, Charmed, and Melrose Place. She began her career as a child actor in the 1980s and quickly became a household name. In Charmed, she played Phoebe Halliwell, one of three witch sisters, a role that cemented her as a pop culture icon. Beyond acting, Milano has been a passionate activist. She's a vocal advocate for women's rights, healthcare access, and gun control, and was one of the early public voices to revive the #MeToo movement in 2017. She's also authored books, including Sorry Not Sorry, a memoir exploring her political awakening and activism. Milano continues to balance her work in entertainment with advocacy, using her platform to push for social change. Alyssa Milano, from teen star to fierce activist, early life and career beginnings. Alyssa Milano was born on December 19, 1972, in Brooklyn, New York. She got her start in show business at the age of 7 when she was cast in a national touring production of Annie. Her big break came in 1984 when she landed the role of Samantha Michelli on the hit sitcom Who's the Boss? She became a teen idol in the late 80s and early 90s, appearing in magazines, TV movies, and even launching a short-lived singing career in Japan. Hollywood mainstay, Milano transitioned successfully into adult roles. She starred in cult classics like Poison Ivy 2 and Embrace of the Vampire before finding massive success again with Melrose Place and later Charmed, 1998 to 2006. In Charmed, she played Phoebe Halliwell, a strong, witty, and stylish witch, a role that connected with fans and showcased her range, activism and political voice. Outside of acting, Alyssa Milano has emerged as one of the most outspoken celebrity activists of her generation. She's advocated for progressive causes such as reproductive rights, immigration reform, racial justice, and gun control. In 2017, she reignited the #MeToo movement with a viral tweet encouraging women to share their experiences of sexual harassment and assault. The tweet was retweeted hundreds of thousands of times, helping to shift the global conversation on workplace misconduct and power dynamics. She has testified before Congress on the Equal Rights Amendment, actively campaigned for Democratic candidates, and is often seen using her platform to bring attention to humanitarian issues. Whether it's in Puerto Rico, Syria, or within the U.S. personal life, Milano is married to CIA agent David Bugliari, and they have 2 children. She's spoken openly about the challenges of balancing motherhood with activism and work. She's also been transparent about personal issues, including her struggles with anxiety and COVID-19, which she documented publicly to help raise awareness. Books and media. She authored Sorry Not Sorry, Dreams, Mistakes, and Growing Up, a mix of memoir and political commentary, and hosts a podcast of the same name where she interviews experts, activists, and public figures on urgent social issues. Legacy. Alyssa Milano's journey from child star to activist has been defined by her willingness to evolve, speak up, and fight for what she believes in. She continues to use her fame not just for entertainment but as a tool for advocacy, community building, and change. Alyssa Milano, a life in the spotlight face mask acting career, more than just a child star breakout with Who's the Boss? At just 11 years old, Alyssa became a household name as Samantha Michelli on Who's the Boss? 1984 to 1992. She played the street-smart daughter of Tony Danza's character, and her performance brought warmth, humor, and relatability to the screen. During the show's run, she became a teen idol, featured on magazine covers, fan merchandise, and even released music albums, mainly in Japan, where she had a massive fan base. 90s reinvention and risk-taking roles. Determined to break away from her child star image, Milano took on edgier roles in films like Poison Ivy 2, Embrace of the Vampire, and Fear alongside Mark Wahlberg and Reese Witherspoon. These choices helped her transition into more mature roles, earning respect for her versatility. The Charmed era. Pop culture power. In 1998, Alyssa landed one of her most iconic roles as Phoebe Halliwell in Charmed, a supernatural series that followed three witch sisters battling evil while dealing with love, careers, and sisterhood. Running for 8 seasons, the show gained a massive cult following. Alyssa's character was often the emotional heart of the show, vulnerable yet powerful, playful but wise. Behind the scenes, she eventually took on producing duties and was instrumental in shaping the direction of the later seasons. Her on-screen chemistry with co-stars like Holly Marie Combs helped the show become a defining series of early 2000s television. Mic activism. Using fame as fuel for change. Early activism. Milano has long been engaged in activism. In the early 2000s, she worked with UNICEF and traveled to Angola to bring awareness to poverty, disease, and war's impact on children. That marked the beginning of a more global approach to her humanitarian work. #MeToo and modern feminism. In 2017, she helped catapult the #MeToo hashtag into global consciousness by tweeting, "If you've been sexually harassed or assaulted, write, Me Too," as a reply to this tweet. The response was overwhelming. Millions of people across the world shared their stories. Though Me Too was founded by activist Tarana Burke years earlier, Milano's platform helped bring it into the mainstream conversation. Political engagement. She's become a visible and sometimes controversial political figure, attending protests, challenging politicians on social media, and testifying before Congress in support of the Equal Rights Amendment. Milano has endorsed progressive candidates and encouraged voter turnout through campaigns like #WeAreTheVote and #NoRA, which pushes back against gun lobby influence, criticism and backlash. Like many public figures who speak out, she's received pushback. Some view her activism as performative or too aligned with celebrity politics. Others have accused her of centering herself in movements like #MeToo. Milano has responded with self-reflection, acknowledging her privilege and working to amplify marginalized voices. Books author, host, and entrepreneur. Books Sorry Not Sorry, 2021. A blend of personal stories and political commentary. Hope, Project Middle School and other titles in her children's book series promoting STEM for young girls. Podcast. Sorry Not Sorry. On her podcast, she interviews authors, journalists, activists, and politicians to break down urgent issues, from reproductive justice to environmentalism. It's part of her broader goal to engage audiences in thoughtful, solutions-driven conversations. Business ventures. She's also tapped into fashion and sports. Her Touch by Alyssa Milano line brought stylish fan apparel to female sports fans, a segment often ignored by major sports merch companies. The brand has been a hit, especially among NFL and MLB audiences. Family woman. Girl boy. Personal life and public identity. Alyssa is a mother of 2 and has been open about the challenges of balancing parenthood with a demanding career and activism. She speaks candidly about issues like postpartum depression, COVID-19 long-haul symptoms, and anxiety, aiming to destigmatize mental and physical health struggles. She's also leaned into her role as a modern feminist icon, using her voice not just to entertain, but to educate, rally, and sometimes provoke. Cyclone cultural legacy. From 80s sitcoms to Oh Witchy Power to 2020's political commentary, Alyssa Milano has continually evolved and stayed relevant. She's not afraid to be outspoken, imperfect, or controversial, and that boldness has defined her place in Hollywood and beyond. Whether you love her, disagree with her, or grew up watching her, there's no denying she's shaped conversations both on screen and off. Glowing star Alyssa Milano. Beyond the spotlight clapperboard Hollywood evolution. Staying power in a shifting industry while many child stars fade out. Alyssa Milano has managed to grow up in the spotlight without losing relevance. She's navigated several major shifts in the entertainment industry, from sitcoms to teen thrillers to fantasy dramas, and into reality television, social media, and streaming. Notable TV and film roles: Commando, 1985, played Jenny Matrix, daughter to Arnold Schwarzenegger's character, a role that introduced her to action audiences. Casualties of Love, The Long Island Lolita Story, 1993, portrayed Amy Fisher in this ripped from the headlines TV movie, showcasing her dramatic range. Mistresses, 2013-2014, co-starred in the steamy ABC drama, though she left after 2 seasons due to family priorities and production moving locations. She's also done extensive voice work in animation and video games, including characters in Ghostbusters, the video game, and DC's Young Justice. Globe digital influence and social media activism. Milano is a digital native in terms of celebrity activism. She engages daily with her followers on X, formerly Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok, blending personal posts with political calls to action. Her feed often includes breaking news commentary, support for reproductive rights posts amplifying marginalized voices, mental health advocacy, personal stories about motherhood and marriage. She's a rare example of a celebrity who doesn't just post, she interacts. She debates critics, lifts up fans, and uses her visibility to highlight causes. Studio microphone podcasting and thought leadership. Her podcast Sorry Not Sorry reflects her evolution into a thoughtful commentator on political and cultural issues. Guests have included Cory Booker, Gloria Steinem, Stacey Abrams, Jane Fonda. The tone is conversational but informed. Alyssa's questions blend emotional intelligence with activism, giving the show an intimate feel. It's not just another celebrity platform. It's a place where progressive politics meets storytelling. Trophy awards and recognition. Although she hasn't been a major awards season figure like some peers, Milano has received Kids' Choice Awards and Teen Choice Awards for her early roles, humanitarian awards for her work with UNICEF and AIDS awareness, recognition from Planned Parenthood, Emily's List, and other advocacy groups for her political efforts. She's also frequently included in lists like Most Influential Women on Twitter or Celebrities Who Use Their Platforms for Good. Brain, intellectual, and philosophical side. One often overlooked aspect of Alyssa Milano is her introspective nature. She regularly reads books on politics, ethics, feminism, and history, and shares quotes or recommendations with fans. She's cited authors like Naomi Klein, Rebecca Solnit, Audre Lorde, Michelle Obama. Her advocacy isn't just reactive, it's informed. She's said that motherhood especially transformed how she thinks about social responsibility, education policy, and environmental justice. Magnifying glass, critique, and controversy. Because she is so vocal, Milano often finds herself at the center of debates, even among progressives. Critics on both sides have challenged her. Some accuse her of virtue signaling or centering herself in movements. Others admire her willingness to admit missteps and publicly learn in real time. She's had public fallouts, like a strained relationship with Charmed co-star Rose McGowan, that have been highly scrutinized. Despite criticism, she remains consistent in her message: speak up. Stay engaged. Do the work. Shopping bags entrepreneurship and style touch by Alyssa Milano was ahead of its time. Stylish, female-friendly fan gear that gave sports-loving women options beyond oversized jerseys. The line has been featured in stadium shops and department stores, and remains one of the most successful celebrity-led sports fashion lines. She's also collaborated with Etsy artisans, promoted sustainable clothing, and supported women-owned businesses, integrating her values into her brand choices. Pushpin fun facts you might not know. Tattoo fan. She has several tattoos, including rosary beads, an angel, and Buddhist symbols. Animal rights advocate, lifelong vegetarian and supporter of PETA and animal rescue charities. COVID long hauler. She's been public about her long-term effects after contracting COVID-19 in 2020. Literary inclinations. She's written essays, op-eds, and children's books, blending politics and parenting. Compass. Why she still matters. Alyssa Milano's story is one of reinvention with purpose. She's not just a celebrity with opinions, she's a dynamic public figure who's lived in nearly every layer of fame. From 80s idol to 2020's activist, her career is a blueprint for how entertainers can mature with their audience and find deeper meaning in the spotlight.
Alyssa Milano là một diễn viên, nhà sản xuất và nhà hoạt động người Mỹ, nổi tiếng nhất với các vai diễn trong chương trình truyền hình ăn khách như Who's the Boss, Charmed và Melrose Place. Cô bắt đầu sự nghiệp của mình với tư cách là một diễn viên nhí vào những năm 1980 và nhanh chóng trở thành cái tên quen thuộc. Trong Charmed, cô vào vai Phoebe Halliwell, một trong ba chị em phù thủy, một vai diễn đã củng cố cô trở thành một biểu tượng văn hóa đại chúng. Ngoài diễn xuất, Milano còn là một nhà hoạt động đầy nhiệt huyết. Cô là người ủng hộ mạnh mẽ cho nữ quyền tiếp cận dịch vụ chăm sóc sức khỏe và kiểm soát súng, một trong những tiếng nói công khai đầu tiên hồi sinh phong trào Me Too vào năm 2017. Cô cũng là tác giả của nhiều cuốn sách bao gồm Sorry Not Sorry, một cuốn hồi ký khám phá sự thức tỉnh chính trị và hoạt động của cô. Milano tiếp tục cân bằng công việc của mình trong lĩnh vực giải trí với hoạt động vận động, sử dụng nền tảng của mình để thúc đẩy thay đổi xã hội. Alyssa Milano, từ ngôi sao tuổi teen đến nhà hoạt động mạnh mẽ. Cuộc sống ban đầu và khởi nghiệp. Alyssa Milano sinh ngày 19 tháng 12 năm 1972 tại Brooklyn, New York. Cô bắt đầu sự nghiệp của biểu diễn của mình khi mới 7 tuổi, khi cô được chọn vào vai trong một vở diễn lưu diễn toàn quốc Annie, bước đột phá lớn của cô. Đến vào năm 1984, khi cô đảm nhận vai Samantha Micelli trong một bộ phim hài ăn khách Who's the Boss, cô trở thành thần tượng tuổi teen vào những năm 80 và đầu những năm 90, xuất hiện trên các tạp chí, phim truyền hình và thậm chí bắt đầu sự nghiệp ca hát ngắn ngủi ở Nhật Bản. Ngôi sao Hollywood chính, Milano đã chuyển đổi thành công sang các vai diễn dành cho người lớn. Cô đóng vai chính trong các bộ phim kinh điển như Poison Ivy 2 và Embrace of the Vampire, trước khi tìm lại thành công vang dội với Melrose Place và sau đó là Charmed. Trong Charmed, cô vào vai Phoebe Halliwell, một phù thủy mạnh mẽ, dí dỏm và sành điệu, một vai diễn thu hút người hâm mộ và thể hiện được khả năng của cô. Chủ nghĩa hoạt động và tiếng nói chính trị. Ngoài diễn xuất, Alyssa Milano đã nổi lên như một trong những nhà hoạt động nổi tiếng thẳng thắn nhất trong thế hệ của cô. Cô ủng hộ các mục tiêu tiến bộ như quyền sinh sản, cải cách nhập cư, công lý chủng tộc và kiểm soát súng. Năm 2017, cô đã khơi dậy phong trào Me Too bằng một dòng tweet lan truyền, khuyến khích phụ nữ chia sẻ kinh nghiệm của họ về quấy rối và tấn công tình dục. Dòng tweet đã được chia sẻ lại hàng trăm nghìn lần, giúp thay đổi cuộc trò chuyện toàn cầu về hành vi sai trái tại nơi làm việc và động lực quyền lực. Bye bye. Thank you for watching.